This video will be divided in the following 5 parts. Hi everyone, my name is Casey, and this is your Emotional Support Pikachu. I go to Johns Hopkins University and I scored a 1530 out of 1600 on the SAT. I have been tutoring ACT and SAT part-time for the past 3 years or so. This is not to brag, but I am very proud of them. Most of my students either reach their goal or get a 200 score improvement, which, by the way, if you don't know, is very significant. So I think that you should trust my advice. Yes. Let's start with some general but very important advice. If there is one thing I want you to take away from this video, I want you to remember that review is extremely important. I cannot emphasize it enough. When you do practice questions, when you do practice tests, the main thing is when you get the questions wrong, I want you to go back and then go look at why you got it wrong and make sure that next time you're actually able to answer that question with 100% of confidence. I think a lot of people make the mistake of brute forcing through a lot of practice questions without actually reviewing them, and that serves you no good, okay? The second piece of advice is that getting started is the hardest part for most people. Trust me, just follow what I have to say. I have planned everything for you. You just have to get started and then you will be fine. I know this test sucks, but you will be fine. I promise. Before we begin, I made this 6-step plan using Khan Academy's free resources so that you can do well no matter how much money your mommy and daddy have, okay? If you want to use additional resources and you find it helpful, please feel free to do so, but this plan is meant for just using the available questions from Khan Academy. Also, following the advice that I have will make much more sense once you've taken the first step. So I suggest that you watch this video once and then go do step 1 and then come back and watch it again so that it makes more sense to you. Step 1, take a full-length digital SAT test that is available on Khan Academy. Even if you know nothing, treat this as a diagnostic test so we can figure out where you suck and where you suck a little less. Step 2, I want you to review the diagnostic test, and here's how you're going to do it. You're going to go over all the questions you got wrong and all the questions you were really unsure about, and then try to do them again. Because sometimes people can't do it because they're under the pressure of time. Other times people can't do it because they just don't know what it's about. First, we want to eliminate the time aspect, which is why I want you to try again without looking at the answer key and see if you can get to the correct answer. If you cannot, that indicates that it's not a time problem, it's a content problem. Then I want you to create a list of not questions, but topics that you don't understand. For example, if you sucked at the math section, you could write down, I don't know triangles, I don't know circle equations, I don't know quadratic equations, and you can create this list of topics that you need to work on. Because this is only one diagnostic test, I don't expect that your list will be completely comprehensive, but it should cover a lot of the topics that are going to be covered in the SAT. Step 3, learn the content that you do not know. That list that you just created, it shouldn't cover everything like I said, but it should cover a lot. Go through the internet, okay? And go look for videos, articles, possibly books that can help you learn those topics. Step 4 and 5, once you have learned everything on that list and you are more or less sure of everything going on, then I want you to go to Khan Academy and go start the practice questions. Not the other 3 practice tests that are available, but the practice questions that are like topic by topic. Step 4, do them untimed, meaning take as long as you need, as long as you can get to the correct answer eventually. You may use your notes or whatever videos that you've gathered at this point. Start off by using the notes and wean yourself off from them eventually. Once you are very comfortable, or once you've reached about 70 or 80% accuracy for most of your untimed practice questions, then I want you to start timing them. You can start off with a bigger number and then decrease down to your ideal number, but just so you know, a reading and writing question should take about 1 minute and 11 seconds, and then a math question should take about 1 minute and 35 seconds. I would say, I mean, if you want to push yourself, like my goal is always to get people to under 1 minute, and then for the reading and writing section, and then about 1 minute 20 seconds for the math section. That way you know you're getting good. But if you can't reach that point, start off with 2.5, then 2, and then once again lower until you reach your goal. Step 6, at this point you should have 3 free digital SAT practice tests available on Khan Academy. I want you to do one of those untimed. Kind of like how we're doing the practice questions untimed, I want you to do that one untimed as well. When I say untimed, I want you to agonize over every single question and only pick an answer until you are pretty sure that's the answer. Now, the reason why I ask people to do an untimed portion first is because I often find that a lot of my students give up after they see a question. They're like, this is too hard, there's too many words, I give up. Even if they already know all the content. Like at this point, we should know everything, okay? If you're following all my steps, you should pretty much know everything, you just don't really know how to apply them, which is why untimed is really important, because you want to make sure that you can get to the conclusion without looking at the answer key or steps or whatever. Then for the final step, you have 2 more free practice tests. Do these 2 timed. So under testing conditions, meaning there are specific chunks of breaks that you have, which the digital SAT online should give you like the amount of time you have. So just follow that, okay? Do one of them timed and do at least one of them under testing conditions. So when I say testing conditions, I mean go to a room like your living room or something where it is fairly busy, there are some distractions, you can hear birds and people talking, because unfortunately in your exam room, it is very unlikely that you will be one of those very lucky people that has complete silence in the room. Like when I was taking the SAT, this poor bloke was sick and he was blowing his nose the whole time. And it's hard to concentrate when someone's going like the whole time, okay? So kind of expect that to happen, which is why I want you to take at least one of the last 2 practice tests under testing conditions, meaning an environment where you're likely to be distracted whether or not you like it. Moving on to section-specific advice, I have 2 for the reading and writing section, okay? So number 1, it is actually very important that you learn all the punctuation and grammar. Don't underestimate how important they are, okay? I want you to learn the following. It's on the board. On the screen, hopefully. Because those rules actually contribute to how you understand the sentence. That is actually more mind-blowing in practice than it sounded when I said it, okay? I swear. Because the paragraphs are rather short, only 3 or 4 sentences, each sentence holds meaning, and that meaning is the evidence that you need to answer the question. Once again, that'll make sense once you do the SAT. This won't make sense when you're watching it the first time around, okay? So that's why every single word matters. Try to learn it all. And every single like comma, punctuation, whatever, all matters, okay? The second piece of advice, I guess this isn't exactly like high yield studying technique, but I would create a list of words that you don't know. Just have that list of words growing. Maybe take a quick peek at it once a day so it's fresh in your mind. It's impossible to learn all the words in the English language, if you may. So I would not expect you to know everything. However, sometimes they include words that are beyond what you would typically read, so it is helpful to create a growing list, but I don't consider this a high yield studying technique because I can't guarantee that those words that you saw are going to show up again. For the math section, my advice is pretty boring. Do as many practice questions as possible, and then try to do them on time and really agonize over them first. Then you can do timed, okay? I mean, I've said it a million times, but trust me, I say it because it's important. Words of encouragement from someone that you may not want encouragement from, but trust me, you will be fine. You don't need good luck, because if you follow my little step-by-step plan, I can guarantee your score will go up, okay? This is a standardized test, meaning it's standardized. There's no like, oh, if the teacher likes the answer, they'll give you a correct point. There is a correct answer, and there is a very specific reason for that correct answer, which sounds really scary, but I would use it as a sort of assurance that as long as you know everything, which is possible by the way, then you are for sure gonna do well, okay? Also, a shameless plug. I'm embarrassed to say, but you know, I make money by tutoring SAT and tutoring you guys out of your misery, so if you happen to have money and would like a tutor, please feel free to reach out to me. Information is in the description below. It's my part-time job, pays for stuff. Thank you all. And thank you for watching till the end. Like, if you reach this point, that means you actually watched till the end, which is really rare. It makes me sad because I put effort till the end and the people only watch like the first, I don't know, half, and then don't watch it anymore. So thank you. You are special if you watch till the end. Bye. Mogi, I'm going to redo the final thoughts part. Words of encouragement from someone that you may not want encouragement from, but trust me, you will be fine. You don't need good luck, because if you follow my little step-by-step plan, I can guarantee your score will go up, okay? This is a standardized test, meaning it's standardized. There's no like, oh, if the teacher likes the answer, they'll give you a correct point. There is a correct answer, and there is a very specific reason for that correct answer. Which sounds really scary, but I would use it as a sort of assurance that as long as you know everything, which is possible by the way, then you are for sure gonna do well. Okay? Good luck everyone, even though you don't need it. Oh, and also a shameless plug. I'm embarrassed to say, but you know, I make money by tutoring SAT and tutoring you guys out of your misery. So if you happen to have money and would like a tutor, please feel free to reach out to me. Information is in the description below. It's my part-time job, pays for stuff. Thank you all. And thank you for watching till the end. Like, if you reach this point, that means you actually watched till the end, which is really rare. It makes me sad because I put effort till the end and the people only watch like the first, I don't know, half, and then don't watch it anymore. So thank you. You are special if you watch till the end. Bye.